All right, I think we're ready to go. Ready to start streaming today. I think we're all good. Double check. Like the stream's coming through on through OBS. All right. Good to do my. Yep, we look like we're live. Awesome. Got our music running, and we're ready to review. So I've done some changes off camera. I've got to play around with Axiom a little bit more. Such a cool mod. I can't go off on how cool it is. I'm realizing more and more how much better it is than World Edit. Not that World Edit is bad or anything. It's just you can really see the how impressive and how much it matters to see the ghosting of the previous blocks. You don't realize how seeing the selection, having everything so visual, really makes such a big difference when it comes to building effectively. Super Mario Galaxy. I love Super Mario Galaxy music. The only bad thing about Axiom is when I Alt-Tab, see that flash for just a second. And so I'm going to be a little bit, just a little bit thrown off. Or when I'm not playing the game, which I think is pretty. So I got to play around with it. We worked on blending in these mountains a little bit better. I kind of formed them around the area a little bit tighter. Going to build a path kind of like this, both there and the end of that track, as well as here. Once we get those built, then the road stuff is going to be basically done. And then we will also work on, let's have one building left. I decided to get rid of this building. It just seemed a little bit too much. I can build like a big metal box out here to fit that in. Get the big electrical tower that blends in pretty nicely. We can use put a subsystem out here, substation. Really blend everything. And then back here we'll probably break off the path eventually. So gone over that. Last time I don't think we went inside the library. Just a tiny bit of decoration in here, nothing fancy. Got the tutorial signs that kind of explain. We will have to change this. There's 5 classes now. Oh, not 3. And I might change it so that there's 5 subclasses for a couple of them, especially the bow. Crossbow, I don't think it can do much more. I think that's the only thing I missed from last time. There we go. And then we also worked on the arcade, which was fun. Great time. But the main takeaway... Oh, Smalley's in chat. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Smalley. The main thing that we finished between streams was the art gallery. And the art gallery is... the whole premise of it is you have a bunch of coins and you have all the cosmetics you want. So now you're just buying pointless stuff. And it's just fun. There's no purpose to it. I'm hoping people don't come here first. I might even lock it. But what you can do is you can donate any piece of artwork. And there's a light that spawns. And your name gets permanently programmed into the lobby. So if somebody else comes by, they're going to see your name there. No one else is ever going to be able to buy that painting or to donate it. So, and it's just a money sink. That's all it is. There's no other purpose to it. So it's just a fun, goofy little gimmick, and it has every painting in the game come all the way to the back, and the newer one. These are really. The gallery is so fun. I'm glad you feel so. I'm scared that like people are gonna come in here, buy one, and then realize it's absolutely pointless, and then leave. But once you buy all the classes, there's really not anything that matters to buy to spend money on. And the classes really aren't that much. You can unlock most of them after just a handful of games. So what are we working on today? Well, we're going to be working on this menu. And a lot of what we're going to be doing is coming up with the advanced. So get some signs out. And maybe we'll just generate a wall real quick. Stone, sure, why not? Advancements. So if you have any ideas for advancements, let me know. We're going to come up with, I want to do nothing super grindy. Like, if it's like win 10 games, that's fine. But I don't want to do, 10,000 kills. Like, that. Nobody's going to be playing this game for that long. That's kind of pointless. But I do want to have a good handful of advancements that are valuable if you played a good amount of time. I'm thinking 100 games or less, like that ballpark, because that's a lot, but it's not infinite amount. And we want to really highlight the diversity of what you can play. So I would say start with you have your basic ones, win a game. But that can even be broken down into win a kill streak, point streak, and then tug of war. So what's cool is you can break it down into the 3 game modes, and then you can just be done with it. Very simple thing to do. In terms of advancements, to incorporate all of them. And then you have one like win as bowman, crossbow man, win as trident ear. Then I guess it's brewer and then chef. And you can have any of the subclasses. And then God of Sound has a perfect one. Complete the parkour. Super easy. Complete parkour. And if we do time trials, I'll do a fairly quick run. Maybe not perfect. But just a good baseline that you have to beat. What's cool about all of these though is we can have a coins awarded. You win your first game, you get an extra 20 coin, and so that helps snowball unlocking all of the classes for somebody like Realms who doesn't have all of those. Then you can unlock them all like almost instantly after like 3 or 4 games, because as long as you're unlocking a new class each game, everybody can play it or play old classes and mix it up. God of Sound also talks about using power-ups. And we can really do that 2 different ways. We could use, say, like, use so many power-ups or use a power up so many times, or we could do a completionist, use every power up. I wouldn't want to do one like use every single one as a different advancement. So I would maybe stay away from doing each one so many times. I really like the completion. The only problem with that is I don't know how easy to incorporate the different potions. They might just be one, which is fine. We can work with. Hold a point for X amount of seconds would be good. That's if we get the opportunity to release the point control mode. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to add that one yet. I know I can. I just want to finish the map first, and if I'm still waiting on other maps, I want to break and some commanding programming, then I might do. But right now I'm focusing mostly on... I'm calling this the MVP, even though advancements are not really required. But then, in terms of completionist, you can also do play every map. You don't even have to win. So you play as every map, or play on every map in the game. That would be fun. Die X amount of times. That's a good one. Stack this vertically. So I'm trying to group these up. Like this would be maps, power-ups. This is like lobby. Oh, here you go. Those. Watch the entire credits. Just winning. These can be win or play. I like them winning because then it's a challenge. Die X times is a very good one. Win X times. Play as the baker in the desert's desert. The desert. No, dessert. Having a stroke there. Could do my own tongue tie. Were those signs in the shop? I do like that idea, Smiley. That's a good one. So like goofy ones, like one-offs like that. I really like those. Maybe we could change the playing as different characters to playing, or like winning as each character. We can separate them like that, doing other various things. Those signs in the shop. Map selection? Yeah, these are map selection. There's a couple missing maps here because I haven't built them. I was going to add a handful of maps. And then you get ones like kill a warden and pick up its Skulk Catalyst. That's a fun one. So if you pick up a Skulk Catalyst, those can be... Maybe we can add something on that map where it gives you like night vision for a long time. That way it's map dependent and also kind of just goofy fun. Let me change. Desert. So that's kind of fun. Another thing I want to try out is, can we make Trident here the Trident stack and it still works as a Trident? Let's see. Let me open up. make it. Let's see if this. Yeah, how do we remove the tool attribute? Max damage isn't set. How do you remove its tool? Maybe it's an item tag. That might be the problem. I know there's a way to do it, and I feel stupid, but there also just simply might not be. Now with the new version, you could add screenshots from the map as paintings in there. Oh, the built ones, yeah. Custom paintings for you. Don't you need a resource pack for the custom paintings? They're cool. Don't get me wrong. They're really cool. They're not fully data driven though, right? Don't you need some sort of resource pack? Because it's just a reference to the image. I mean, you could reference like something that already just... If not, I could be... Okay. There's got to be a way to get this to work. Oh, so you can actually tab complete. That's good to know. They're inside your world, like music. Let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure they're not... The texture's not data driven. I know like the data behind it, like what the reference is. Is it not a reference to... Might not be a reference. I always thought it was a reference to some sort of resource pack file. If you just dump the PNG or whatever inside of your world, that it uses that? If that's the case, that's really powerful. Why? How can I remove the damageable tag for the trident? Okay. This doesn't work right. Max damage must be positive 0. Okay. How can I make a trident stackable? It's really simple, isn't it? There's not extra data there. I thought there might be like special item data. Interesting. They work with resource packs. Okay. Thanks for confirming. Because I mean, I just missed, or I could have easily read it. So I just glimpsed through the patch notes and I was like, oh, that's neat. But I would just use an item display. That's, to me, that's easier than using a painting most of the time. But if it's could be tied to the world, that would be really powerful. How do I remove the tool tag from a item? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll think about that later. I'm already on a side tangent. Okay, going back to these. Kill the warden. Fun. We already have a good amount of... There's winning. Playing as the classes. Lobby. Yeah. See, I already got that one. Watch the entire credits. Think alike. Out of sound, we do. Map-based one. Play a random map. I might have a class randomizer. Getting chat errors? That sounds annoying. Is that in YouTube or how's that? It's something I can help with, let me know. We could do something. So if we fly to the maps. Oh, I don't have journey map. We got these. Which to me, this map is cool. But it's not very easy to get up. I think the Ender Pearl will help with that. Gem was reworking this map. Yeah, you can see it's kind of deleted. This map is terrible. Have any other really good map specific ones? Oh, we are going to add eventually bounce pads on the Sonic map. We might get rid of some of these ladders because I think the bounce pads are just going to be so much more fun. We could do teleport on that map. I don't know how I feel about this map. In terms of gameplay, it's pretty interesting, but anymore, it's kind of bad. B-roll's actually kind of... This map's not very good. And then finally, new map, Skulk. I can't come up with any other good map-based challenges. So if you have a good idea for one, let all the way back here. Oh, and then for other lobby stuff, maybe a cosmetic row by death sound, by particle, by wind music, arrow land sound, and then by a painting. Donate. It doesn't matter. We don't need to be worried about semantics. Maybe by a flower. If we go inside of the power produce, some of the power-ups like the wind charge. Hided Easter egg, a player head. Egg in each map. Yeah, you could do that. Trying to think of the easiest way of doing that. Yeah, that might be an option. Something you. In terms of power-ups, I don't think there's too much more we can do. There's the particle or the sound effects for the bow landing noises are going to be in Redstone store. Oh, over there. But then the lobby. Get a score in bow practice game. There's an Ender Pearl and the Skulk map. Yeah, I like stuff like that where you like kind of we could, instead of doing it on Skulk, we could do it on Void. Let's do that. So that's Skulk. We could call it teleportation. Unconventional teleportation. That sounds like a kind of a fun advancement. And it's not hard to do. You just play the map. At the very top, we should just do get every advancement. Gotta have one of those. And then maybe get this, use the bounce pad on the Sonic map. That's good. I don't want to do too many crazy ones because the part of the problem is we're going to reduce a lot of these maps. And if we change them too much, you have win a game in every map. We can do that. I mean, we could do that here, yeah. That wouldn't be too hard. Go ahead and create some of the icons, like of these. Because I'm thinking paper, or not paper, but a map. Okay, for the maps. Ocean of some sort. We're going to add any more maps? Yeah, we're definitely going to add some more. Having everyone scale down. One of the things we were thinking of doing is, with the brewer class, is making him just a tiny bit smaller. Because he's pretty bad. Like, he's really bad. I want the more random classes to be kind of bad anyways, but like he's almost unusably bad. So it's you want him to still be fun to play. In a large group, he can be. We'll just have to test first. But that's definitely enough to scale everybody down. A dwarf class. Yeah. I'd get taken down because. No, I'm just kidding. What item is like best for winning? Maybe like just a diamond? We can remove this one because it's redundant. You're going to be playing one of the 3 modes if you win. I don't want people getting 2 advancements at the same time, generally. Like, they can do it, but... Find the shortcut. If I did do that, it would probably be here. This shortcut. Be able to squeeze through there? I don't think you can. Oh. I have Tweaker on still. That's why I don't like I don't like that stuff because it's kind of annoying. There we go though. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I could add that. But that would be in the lobby. I might add 2 or 3 of these bow practice ones, because like you can make it pretty hard to get the top one. Or just like maybe play and then get a score. I think we're pretty set for the advancement. I'm gonna actually make these in my own time, because watching someone make these is kind of boring and tedious, especially when I forget the format for advancements and I spend 40 minutes scratching my head. Yeah, we've got that one. Oh, where's that at? Right here. Out of sound. Watch the intent credits. Yep. I made sure to add that one. Because it's going to be free coins if you just sit in the cinema for a bit. So if you want to still continue thinking about them as we go back to building. And did I clone? Oh, I cloned. That's annoying. Whatever. Oh, sit in a chair. That's actually not bad. I thought of that one, actually. Fire. Sit in a chair. That's pretty fun. I'll make that one hidden, because it's like, you know, most people are not going to expect to be able to do that. Can I just copy a section? I copy up higher. Yeah. Pretty good ideas. Pretty fun. Oh, it's nice. I don't have to worry about the ground falling. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And then we can maybe round it off a little bit. Do we delete that? Of course. Delete that too. Let's round off with. Do we do deep slate? I think we should do deep slate. But what other advancements can we do? Flying around. I think we got one pretty much for every building here that you want people to mess with. Like, we don't want a one for starting the game. Like that would be bad. Play in the arcade. If we have games in here, we might. And we might do your secret unlock song map too. We might still do that. If we have time for that, that'll be an event. Definitely. Let's copy this over, mirror. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. It breaks automatically. Perfect. Let's actually pull this out just. Okay, we've got that. Can we just extend? Okay, we've got copy air off. Oh, I'm erasing. Clone? Try stack. Okay, so that's kind of worked. That's not too bad. A couple deletes. And then we can, of course, set down our clone going on. Let's how do we do this? I want to clone it, but I can't. That's a little bit annoying. Oh, okay, cloned here. We'll make that work. Okay. Perfect. It's Axiom. It's really cool. I talked about how cool it was, like a bunch. You see this? You were here for a little bit of the stream yesterday, right? God of Sound. You could do like selections, whatnot. You can change all that stuff. You could do Control Z to undo, which to me is really powerful. But then there's also a fancy mode. Like, look at this. All these buttons. It looks like a true editor, where you can have stuff like flood fill. So let's say I want to flood fill this section with clay brick, just down there. Or here. Wait, is this working? There you go. You had to right click. I'm gonna undo. You can undo stuff, but you've got a whole bunch of tools like text. You can do a script, even script brush, freehand select. You can weld, which is like combining the walls and stuff. Like, look at this. Look at this. Like flood fill. Or what I used yesterday was a little bit of like smoothing. You can right click and smooth. Granted, there's holes in the ground, but like if you're working on mountains like this, something like that. Yeah, that's how that's working. Do stuff like that. It's so cool. There's elevations, so like maybe you want to raise the elevation of an area. Good for like making spikes. Freehand draw, which if you're just drawing boulders and stuff, you can do stuff like that. You can gradient painter. I think you can pick between two blocks. So between these two areas, you can go between those. So like right there at the middle is half, but you can add a whole bunch of things so it kind of slowly blends in. It's cool stuff. So Axiom, A-X-I-O-M, I believe. It's like World Edit on steroids, to put it simply. Very cool. Yeah. We're gonna... Oh. black wool here. Oh. It's just very fluid, which normally is not something that's can be said about World Edit. And I love World Edit. I really do. World Edit's one of the best tools. What if we change this to full blocks? Yeah, so that's another thing. It adds a, like, you could just right-click stuff. Or what's really cool is there's like a chisel option where you can like take bites out of a block. Now it's a slab. Or you can add them back one at a time. And it doesn't make you do stuff that's impossible, of course, but very powerful because it's all since it's client side, it's very contextual. Like World Edit if it knows what you want. Okay. How can I do? Was the stack perfect? How can I do? I know. Middle click up there. Middle click. Guess to here, including the sides. That's 3 blocks. Yeah. We could just stack it. Let's cancel that because we do need this to be carpet as well. I think you might need this to be on a server. Like, I don't know if you can just join like a vanilla server and just be able to do stuff. But it does need to be client side in the sense, like it's very good from the client side perspective. I misspoke a little bit there. I'll be honest. What? Oh, you know what? Can I control? Can still. Wow, that's so cool. Okay. Let's start there and go to there. That wall, ceiling, over there. And we can, of course, just black whatever on the side. The 100% the building of the future is with this mod. Okay, so we got that tunnel done. Do something similar over there. Over here we can do something also similar. We do need to build those cars. Pretty neat. I don't think you were here earlier, God of Sound, but in the art gallery, I've got it functional. Again, this is data driven. weren't here the other day, the last stream. I can't remember if you were. Some of these streams blur together. I think you were, just not at the start when I talked about it. But I made particles, the wind music, and the death sounds all data driven. So super powerful. And I also made this data driven. So this is new. I talked about this earlier in the show. The stream. Show. But you can buy paintings. You don't accidentally click on. There we go. Click on stuff like that. And those serve no purpose. They're just fun things to unlock. So that's pretty cool. How does this look? It's not bad. There you got some more advancements. Yeah, I've got buy a painting. So the only problem is like you can't 100% if somebody has bought them all. I don't know if I'm going to do a prestige system where you can reset the art gallery. Or if I make it a group effort where, like, as a lobby, you buy all of the paintings. I could also do something like that. So you just get it for free when you log in. I'm still deciding on that. Because, like, the whole point is that it's kind of individual. It's very unique. When you buy it, your name's permanently, like, engraved in the lobby. If the map reset, then, like, anybody can buy it again. So I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. Maybe not. We'll see. Unlock a map when some paintings are bought, or when all of them are bought. Okay, that's actually not bad. I was thinking of doing like a funny painter class that gets unlocked, but I was like, I don't really have any ideas that aren't just using a brush with the long range. Like, that's pointless. But a painting themed map, to me, that's cool. Maybe make it kind of like Super Mario 64 where you can jump in and out of the paintings. Not a bad idea. I'm not against that. Currently, there's not an easy way of adding custom maps or like unlockable maps. Like, you either have them or you don't. So I'd have to implement that now, especially with the randomization feature. I could always just make it re-roll if you don't get it. Like if it rolls the wrong map. That's an option. But I do like that painting theme map. Yeah, paintings are linked like portals. That'd be kind of fun. I'm also thinking of doing what to do with this building. You have any ideas? Smiley had some good ideas for it. Namely like a pharmacy where you can go and get candy too. Candy store / pharmacy. Like old 50s diner type of thing where you go and get your Dr. Pepper or whatever. but I don't know what to add there as a like what you could buy there. Like what's it serve? Each of these buildings has a purpose. That's relatively clear. Sports one, not as much, but doesn't matter. What would something like that do? What's the point of something like that? I'm trying to figure it out because I like the idea of it, and it doesn't have to be that. We can come up with some, just a general purpose for a building like right here. Like a special cosmetic or another class, which we're pretty good on classes right now, I think. The only class I have left is like guy with wind charges. The mace is very much not suited for this map. At all. So, if you have any ideas, just let me know. I'm just prettying this up here a tiny bit. There we go, going. I have a pet in the lobby. I like that, but it kind of just scares me to like have free range of just pets. I don't know. It's not that bad. So, like, why does that scare me? It's because of being able to just spawn a bunch of pets based on, like, if a bunch of players join. Keep in mind, this is like a massive, 20-person lobby type of game where you can have big lobbies and it's still relatively... If you also have 20 pets running around, like, that's kind of crazy. A lot of noise. But we do that. Summon wolf. The owner tag. Blind. It's you. Secure coins or you could lose them. That's funny. I mean, if you think I should change the way, I could change the way the flower. Yeah. If you could get interest on them, because that's kind of what the flower shop is going to be. Is you walk in, it's a little bit unassuming, but you walk in, you get cactus, that's like +1 coin every kill. You buy that, or +2 even. You buy, maybe this one is every win, or the next win is going to be worth triple. So like you can just come back and keep buying it. And then this one can be, I don't know, you wait a long time. And that way it's per player, and then you can kind of just buff your coin intake a little bit. And that's kind of like depositing your coins without worrying about the data. Like you're buying flowers that'll pay themselves off pretty quick. Because like as a player, for me, no matter what, I'd buy that first. But most people, I mean, the coins don't do anything. You know, you get fancy particle and other cosmetics, and after that, they're pointless. Buying this stuff first kind of makes it feel like it has a purpose, even though it really doesn't. But if we made a bank that did that, like, you know, there's ways to multiply your coins, then we'd have to redo this, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. We come up with a better idea. Like, I like the idea of a bank. That seems fun to me. It makes a little bit more sense. I mean, pet store would definitely work. Execute summon. You could do something like that, where you summon the wolf, and then you load in the player's NBT. And then load would be... Oh, that's funny. It actually fails. Did it just die? It'll give the tags and whatnot for the wolf. But then you have to kill them and summon them at the beginning of the game. Or force them to sit, which is fine, but... Then you... at the end of the game, everybody gets teleported to this gold block, and then 40 wolves will spawn, and... I'm just worried about lag with that, because you're in the spawn chunk. Like I could teleport them away. At a certain point, it just gets kind of tedious. I don't know. What would a pharmacy do? Maybe you just... I mean, you could just buy, like, speed in the lobby. It could just be as simple as that. Which does mess up the parkour. Unless I made it so if you're walking on the carpet, then you get speed. I don't know. But do that just... just in case. Block displays, yeah. That's kind of got the same issue, is that you just having like idle entities that can be any amount based on the players. So I don't know. And I'm not saying it's like a bad idea. It's just I don't want to deal with lag and whatnot that it might cause. Let's leave this like this. It's really not that bad. We just leave this as is. Oh, the chat's malfunctioning. That's kind of annoying. That's annoying. You refresh the page, does that make it better? That multiple times. It's just YouTube being dumb. Let's see what Jim says. Okay. I only bought one. And immediately go and buy them all. What does it do exactly? Now we can think about maybe play around with some sound effects. Let's do that. We haven't done that. Play them for okay. So over here. Okay. So yeah, Jem's talking about you get these boxes and you can like move it around. Like you can hold left click, move it around like that. You can grab a rotation data. There's a way to scale it. Yeah, stretch it. Make it like super fat. It's really powerful. So that's part of Axiom. You can do that. Yeah. So you'll see a couple times. Actually, I'm undoing stuff over here probably. It's really cool to have the arrow so you know You're not just accidentally doing stuff. Let's hit it with the real spawn it. So the clothing store's finished. We could. There's gonna be an armor stand. Let me get a. Unless we could do them both here. Basically, you can pick your trim as well as your mineral, and it's gonna auto apply to every piece of armor that you get. Be kind of a slightly more fun way of doing it than your typical just whatever color leather armor you would get. What is the cosmetic in here? Yeah. So it's both the trim and the mineral. You can select either one. And I'll do the data on that later because that's very that's kind of tedious. Okay, back to our sounds. Go ahead and shut off the sound kind of weird. Get our bow. Go ahead and blast her. That's a little too quiet, I think. Uh, I mean, you could do something really goofy like this. Maybe not. Okay, maybe that's the protection. See the lag in the arrow that tries to do that. It really doesn't like that. Still can't type anything? Man, that's really annoying. Hopefully you can get that out because quite tedious. It's funny, every time I turn off my music, OBS is getting a report from YouTube that's like, hey, is your music working? Is your audio working at all? Because I'm apparently too quiet. Sorry. Not a good. Kind of like that. Try that. They change that? Sound event. Sound event. Same. Oh. Oh, you've got a shop idea? Ooh, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Fireworks shop? That could be pretty interesting in the sense of maybe like I feel like that's too loud. So fireworks like in the lobby that are just playing every once in a while. Items. Really like those sounds, but I don't think it's a little too ominous. Bottle dispose. That one's too annoying or not. Fireworks like would you have a kill streak or with the game? Necessarily a bad idea. That'll be my that too annoying. I can't tell. Or yeah, a cosmetic item for the lobby. That could work. Either way. We'll let that be the runner up. Wonder if you're not typing that fast though. I'll look at it later. I might have accidentally set the sound or the chat delay like a little too high. Okay, let's get another. Kind of like that. That's pretty satisfying. Yeah, that's definitely useful. But wax off. Loud. Long. It's gotta be pretty quick because you're gonna be hearing them fairly rapidly, and I don't want it to be too annoying. Okay, I'm muted for a second as I sneeze. Brushing sand. That's. What about brushing gravel? Brushing that generic. The sand one. That's not bad. The one distant sound. Is that the one that sounded like just a little simple sound effect? Bad. That's Jim. Well, I don't know about the bottle filling. That seems the buckets. It's fluid. Maybe this will work. I think because of the way arrows sound. Yeah, I I thought about doing trail effects for the arrows. I I decided against it just because it might be a little too much. Because they already have particles and you can't just remove particles if you have a crit. Or if you don't have a crit, you know. So I don't really know, but it's not like it's hard to do it. You just put a tag on whenever players uh, shot sound goes up by 1. But I don't know. Kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but I'm gonna keep it. See, that's dude. We could do something like that. Yeah, I'm glad the piston sound got, because it was pretty bad. Okay, that's actually the best. Or just something completely different. I thought about having a thing where you could change like what types of power-ups spawn. Uh, Currently it's a loot table, so that would be like a lot of work to just completely redo, and I'm afraid that would be just not very good. I don't know. I don't know too much. I'm gonna rotate the microphone a little bit better. Let me know if the audio is not coming through as good as it normally does, because sometimes this microphone's just bad. Okay, what else we got? We don't want goat horn sound. That's just as bad almost. Like a slower roast night. Let's keep it. 20. Maybe netherwort plant? A little bit more punchy. Might be going a little too subtle with this. I actually really like that. And then I think I'm just about out of item noises. Bass. Ooh, actually. No, I really like the sound. It's gonna be too annoying though. Let us find out. Kind of cool. Let's keep it. Trident stuff might be a little too confusing. Plus, it's pointless if you are playing the Trident class and then it happens. Okay, that's a little. Ender Eye Explode, that's not a bad one. Is that a, might be an entity, the item. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Let's try it. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice work. And then, I mean, there's a lot of entity sounds. Just gotta find ones that aren't like B.loop is so long. It's though. Let's see what this one sounds like. Might be really bad, it might be good. It kind of sounds like a fart. That's such a dumb noise. I'm gonna leave it. That's gonna be an option. What's nice is I don't have to worry about pitches on these. Like, that's just not an option. Or actually, Sting. Let's try that. That might be better. Yeah, let's keep Sting. That's better. Ender Ida Portal better? Yes. But it might be too long and loud. I don't know. No, annoying. None of that's gonna work. Sure. Try it. Oop. I feel like most of these give a fairly large competitive advantage because they're so much quieter. But two drops sound like. Oh, you got chat working again? Nice. Yeah. So the block sound we use in here already. Which, I mean, not a bad thing. I'm just afraid it's a little too long for what we're trying to do. Could be wrong, though. Let's look through more entity sounds first. Kind of annoying. Okay, so those warden sounds are just all too long. That's hilarious. Let's try it. Yeah, we gotta keep that. Is it stupid? More than it should be. Love it. Absolutely. Like a tropical fish flop. Maybe not. That actually might be better. Yeah, it's actually pretty. Turtle egg, the like the turtle laying the egg, or which one? Or like the block? I guess it's an entity. Let's try that. I think that's it. Because we want really punchy noises. Sounds that are loud but quick. Just like all at once. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I saw it in the list. I saw it too, but I was like, I don't know. But no, you're right. That was a good pick. Other entities. I don't think any breed. They're all pretty airy and oh cod. I thought that said cow. You know, just for testing. How does this sound? Ooh, llama spit's good. I'm gonna leave the cow because I feel like that's so funny. Can I get this? I think that's it. Yeah. Perfect. Nice one. What about camel? Does camel have something? I realized I had a ready noise. A little too far from. There we go. Ooh, cow milk. Let's try that. Uh, ooh, that might be too long. That might be too long. Will that get annoying? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's too long. Okay, we're in C's. And egg, is that one? I mean, it's worth a shot, right? That's not bad. A lot of C entities. I mean, it's just a lot of entities in the donkey, dolphin. I think. Okay, we gotta try that. Just a throwback to Fox's life, right? A little bit of PTSD. It's not even PTSD. I've heard that sound so many times. It's such a good sound, though. I'm like, I wish it was easier to menu. Oh, not frog. Do frog and then. Actually, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe item frame rotate. What about break? Yeah, it's not too bad. Right. And then you said golem. That step. If that's that works. Good. It's gonna be a little bit more boring than some of the other ones, but I feel like you gotta have boring ones or else it's a little too crazy. How many is that? What we do? Actually, I have an idea. Watch this. 24. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean it's like it's not super exciting. Like some, you know how sometimes if they're all like the most extreme ones, then the game's a little. Actually, we didn't even do this. Okay, well, let's do two more. Illusioner. Oh wait, will this work or is it too long? What's okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Evoker. Ulu. Uh, yeah, I think it's Evoker, right? Oh, that'd be so annoying. I don't know if we can do that in good conscience without making the game unplayable for certain people. Okay. Now, last one. Is there any cool block noise? Dang. Try that. Real punchy. Yeah. There's 25. And there's a whole bunch of other mo or sound effects we can use, but at least we have 25. We'll stop there for now. And then if we come up with others later, then we'll make it work. I'll start the music back up and Assassin class. Okay, so there is a class that is clip inventory. It's called Ghost for the Brewer. He has invisibility, but because of every class having boots, he's not allowed to actually like be completely invisible. And if you have a kill streak, you have a helmet on, so that doesn't work either. But I do like that. You just like big poof right in front of somebody. Kind of funny. So my stream says 3 viewers on OBS, but I don't know if that's technically. What should we work on next? We could start programming these. I could show you how we did the data-driven stuff, or we could go into advancements, start making those, or we could do do a little bit more building. What do we want to do? Sounds the most interesting right now. Oh, I'll give it a second. It says for watching, so I guess it's just what you see. Oh, class with the jack and a box strap. That sounds pretty funny. Such a goofy noise. What should we do next? God of Sound, you're the only one talking in chat. What sounds the most fun to you right now? You're thinking we should build the bank then. Okay. We could do that. Definitely do that. Gotta be a lighter color scheme. The white terracotta is just a little too strange for a bank. Or we could make it a fireworks shop, yeah. Now, how can we do data-driven fireworks? How can we do? I like the idea of it being in the lobby because it's like a sudden instant. You win. It's exciting. After a win, that is, I mean. Because I could do several things. I could have it pre-programmed and you just pick whatever makes the most sense. Let's get some fireworks and just regenerate some, and they're just not very custom in a way, which is fine. It's a little overkill no matter what you do. So it's not that big of a deal. Well, I don't know. Not sure. How can we make that the best? Yeah. I was thinking of doing it that way where you could just actually craft the thing yourself. The only problem is the item here is also a die. So I could either redo that, just get rid of it, so it's different. Because, like, you can actually move stuff around in your... Like, you know, just like that, and it's fine. But the second you pick up another die, it's gonna... Because that's what it uses to detect. Of course, I could just add custom NVT, but the problem now is, like, you have to give it custom date. Oh, it has to. So. Right. Custom one. So I could do that. Select between what you've made fireworks you've done. Yeah. I could have it be, you like right click the sign with the one you want it to be, and then it's like your firework. And then I could just have a double chest in here. Flies. Dies here, and then X here. And then... Or just make it a bank, yeah. I really want the flower thing to have a purpose, though. I think I need a drink before too long, so I think we're gonna take a short break. I finished my... Yeah, I started with like a third of a cup, which was a big mistake. Make a sel- I think that's how you do it. Okay. The flowers could be specifically in game, and then the bank could be between games. I'm not against that. Could make that work. So the cactus, I like the cactus being bonus kill money. The flower being bonus, maybe it's bonus coin. So there's coins that get multiplied, power up coins that are built into the loot table. If you pick them up, you can get like double. And then this one is gives you triple. That'll work. And then maybe we can put one on the player head. Dumb car shop. No, I think you're onto something with the bank. Bank's the right way to go. I mean, no, you can't drift on carpet, can you? I'll say we can make it boats, but that's not actually enough. Like if we... I think we'll just do the bank. I think that just makes... Okay. I'm gonna go get my drink real quick. Do you have any ideas for block palette that goes along with white terracotta? Let me know. But I'll be back in just a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna respond to a text too, so always slows you down. So that if a player is inside a minecart, you can set the motion of the cart to the direction of the player. Drifts quite funnily. I've played around with that stuff a lot. We were going to make a map called Project Racer, or that was just the behind the scenes name of it, and ended up being quite a bit more advanced than hoped. It's a lot more possible now because we were doing that before they added a lot of these cool stuff like macros. I mean, this is like 1.16, 1.17 era. And it worked, but there's still a lot of kinks you had to work out, and I don't want to be working out for a dumb little lobby like this. I want to keep things fairly simple. Yeah, Mario Kart. Okay, so we could do bank interest on for ATMs, ender chest menus, or villagers with interactable chat. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we just throw some signs in there where there is deposit, or maybe it's just you buy a CD, so you put in money to it. Every time you add money to it, it resets the countdown. But let's say for every hour the world is open, it gains like 10%. I mean, I've done stuff like that before in the past. I want to be careful though adding stuff like that because it turns the game into just like waiting is just better than playing the game after a while. Granted, the game's not about making, but just playing the game. All the money stuff is just pointless extra fun. So I don't know. I don't know. I could always just add like footstep particles in the lobby and go back to our like drug counter place. Could do it that way. I'm not sure. One of those things you could slice it a million different ways. So it depends on how we want to slice it. We could go several ways. I don't know. Did Jim say anything? No. Let's go see what she's working on. Got rid of the building. Let's delete these. there. How do I unconnected? Play back up. We're still kind of uncertain about what to do. While we wait, try to figure that out, we can go ahead and close some vision. So we can do a little tool. If we go into what do we got? Those three. A like all the grass. Yeah, that's a little. I don't want to. You'll speculate about other shop ideas other than a bank. Thank you. I'm being kind of a little on the picky side with this stuff because I'm just trying to make the game as exciting as possible. Means you're just going to be a little bit over the top in particular, but that's okay. We'll leave that there. Okay, now if I do... Now if we do that... Okay, so we want both of them, right? Perfect. Wondering if we could like put a iron fence here. Safer. Even goes right to the train tracks. It'd be nice to have one of those railroad crossing bars across here. Sushi bar with working sushi belts. Basically a second credits. Heads. Kind of funny. Copy this. Control R. All right. Actually, there we go. Hovering scoreboard with the text displays and the player heads of the top five. Top five, maybe. Uh, Actual box in this here. There we go. Just add McDonald's. So that I was debating whether adding just like a food place because about it. Right. We do have this tavern, but fast food's not too bad. I mean, we could do fast food of some sort and then make it an item that you can eat a bunch of and like walk around. And you get just, you know, free stack to walk around the lobby faster. You just can't use it for parkour. Option. Yeah, fast food actually makes you slower. It is kind of different, or this kind of neat, but maybe it's just because it's at an angle. Maybe I could include air and just build this thing. Actually, let's try that. Get the deep slate. Might as well do it right. Yeah, and we later. Cancel. Copy error for bad. Uh, load. Have a villager just somewhere. That's not a bad idea. Oh, I didn't think. Uh, I don't have to be hollow. That's not too bad. Yeah, we could definitely do it. Kind of fun. Fix the crack. Probably want it. How do I? Back. Grab enough, big enough region of. Think about it. The repeat line will be close enough. Villager. Oh, the other sound. Block trial spawner spawn item. Yeah, that's a pretty good noise. I'm pretty sure I know which one you're talking about. Asp. Between eyes. Okay. You'd summon the ominous item spawner. It's a pretty cool, cool block. Very interesting mechanic the way it works. Oh. A little bit sloppy. Sure, there's a way to put a mat. Probably get a couple blocks. The oh, I didn't realize that was a new entity. What does it do? It insta dies. How does that work? Is that a big mistake to just randomly summon it in your... You just tie a loot table to it? How that works? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna look that up real quick. I didn't realize that was an... I thought it was the vault block. Ominous. MC Stacker doesn't even have that entity. Wow, that's interesting. Maybe that's why I missed it. I usually go to MC Stacker just because I know text for all that stuff. Our brain. Especially since it changes so often. I'm not gonna give away trying to memorize that stuff. So that's why I missed it. Very interesting. So is that basically how the trial spawners work? That's sufficient, right? I'll be fine. Okay. Let me see if I can... I assume it's like the same as a... tag. And then you said what tags did you... Find item... typing, but here. Do 5 seconds. Supposed to spawn an item? Because right now it's not, but Item with lowercase? Is it meant to, like, place? Is it meant to spawn the chicken? If I do trident, is it gonna throw a trident? So it works like a dispenser. Oh, okay. Interesting. Is this part of the ominous? Like I haven't even played the actual update. So if it's just a normal item, you can. Okay. Be kind of nice to have an overwrite for certain things. Like I don't want it to throw a splash. Okay, that is how they work. That tells you how little I know. So if you make it like really long, it'll just sit there for a long time. I thought it'd scale up, but it doesn't. I mean, it does scale up, but it's like 3 seconds of that, and then however long, then it plays the sound when it's ready. So I assume it's like meant. Be either 60 or 40 ticks. Interesting. Okay. Is there a way to disable the like it being thrown? What if I just do it? I should just throw it right. Okay. Because we could make this a very flashy way of spawning certain items. Kind of nice to have stuff like that though in the game. That looks pretty good. We want to extend this. Maybe. Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was a new entity. I haven't played around with the new update much. Yeah. Does it even let you summon with a count of 0? Oh, sure enough, it does. Oh, but I don't think it matters. Okay, that works. Wait, that's so dumb. Okay. Can you make it like more? No, okay, good. How glitchy that is. But it's a full stack. That's so interesting. Is it technically a stack? It is. Weird. It's not a stack like the other one. Where this chest is. Okay, what do we do for these last couple rail cars? I think I'm just gonna keep this pattern of birch. Raise that up. Okay. More or less the car. Oh. A little bit annoying, but that's fine. All done. Okay. Bamboo. Yeah, do a bamboo one. Actually, we have a bamboo one. It's right here. Turned out pretty good, actually. We've got a lot of different wood colors now, but what color should we have next? You could have whatever color you wanted. I feel like we don't have a green yet. Maybe like oh, what are those trees called? A sort of wetland tree. Not mangrove, but can't even think of the name of the tree. The one that absorbs tons of water. Willow? Yeah. Thinking of willow tree would be pretty neat. It spawns next to a body of water and it's just all it does is soak up tons of water. It's like the idea behind the tree. A redstone card. Watch this. Actually, that's not gonna work. We did crimson. Did we? Oh, let's do. Yeah, they should have added a new wood type. You're right. Pretty surprising, really. There we go. Oh, really, I didn't select. There we go. Okay, and then we slab this up. Kind of breaking some of the building rules here, but that's okay. Like on the other ones, there's a block at the bottom for trim, but the last two have not had that. I'm just going to say it's far away from spawn, or from what you're going to be looking at, so it's okay. Good old trick of ignoring detail when it doesn't matter much. Really do this faster. Okay. I already got that side done. Perfect. Okay. Those placed. I think that was correct. It was not. Oh well. We get these mostly figured out. Extend that to just be a boulder. Let's get into delete mode, delete just a little bit more of this. There we go. You need a look scroll to move, or can you just drag the arrows? I think you need a look scroll. Let me see. Let me set it to... I don't think you can shrink it actually. No, I think you have to look scroll. But you can also, one thing you can do, let me cancel this. Scroll. You can do this, which I should just have on. You can just turn on no clip, which makes a big difference. I don't want to stack them up. Okay. Now we can maybe clone this top section. Oh. Using too many tools at once. Okay. Music is this? That's a really good question. I have no idea. The Rayman 3 soundtrack. Desert. knew it from somewhere. I've actually had not played any of the Rayman games. I know I'm missing out, so I really don't play that many games. Mostly my own fault. It's like map making too much to be playing games all the time. Feel bad if I'm not making stuff. I can't. Oh, roll then middle. Played Rayman 3 on PS2. Okay, nice. Newest Rayman are crappy? That plural, like the most recent ones? Or is it like just the very new, the most recent one? I know one of the more recent ones seemed like it was pretty good. But I don't know, I didn't play it, so I could just be talking out of ignorance. Oop. Man, this is really confusing. Placing blocks without knowing what's going on. Is this supposed to be here? I guess it is. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Oh, Legends is like that? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound nearly as exciting. 2D parkour runner. I really like 2D games. I feel like despite being around for so long, there's still a lot to do that's interesting. But 3D is also like inherently just easier to make because it's just more popular. That's not a bad thing. Look up the cover of Rayman 3. I think it comes with my my music. I can see the covers of a lot of that stuff. I'm a little bit of a poser though. I feel like normally you're supposed to actually listen to music before you or play the game, beat the game before you can listen to its music. And yeah, this should be sufficient. I would think for the trail length. Actually, let's put the black wall here. Okay. Then how do you keep the shapes tool from cutting into the ground? I don't know how any of these tools work. Barely figuring them out right now. For the most part, they're pretty intuitive, but doesn't mean they're not still a little confusing. So you had a PS2 then? I love the PS2. I feel like that's one of the best consoles in gaming history. I can get my night vision back. There we go. And you even have to type it. Yeah, the coin pusher photos. Out of Sound sent me some cool coin pusher. So was that functional or is that just like a mock-up? It looked like it was functional. Did NES too? Yeah, NESs were pretty solid. I actually had a stacking out stack. I had a actually I didn't even have it. It was inherited gaming history. My dad had a what's it called? Sega Genesis. And to me that's like one of the cooler consoles. Back. Send a little vid. Yeah, I'll check it out after the stream. I'm gonna finish this hallway, and I think we're gonna call it. I've been streaming for a little over 2.5 hours. Actually, 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is been blast, but I wouldn't mind a break. I got other stuff I can work on. Actually, I'm most likely going to continue working on this just off camera and a little more grindy, boring stuff like the commands that we touched on but didn't finish. So pretty good work so far. We've definitely made a healthy amount of progress today. Mostly theoretical stuff though. Nothing like real. Mostly just how can we make the map better without making it too annoying for ourselves to work on the map. Definitely a balancing act. Easy to overextend your skills where you're working more on boring stuff than stuff. Like working on a hallway like this for the train. Okay. You can't even see that other... You can't even see the other car in there. That's fine. All right, well, we've got that hallway and that hallway done. So really, that stuff. Okay, good. It's only when you're flying. I thought it was gonna fall through the floor. That stuff is pretty good to get done today. We've got the advancements sorted out. We've got the sound effects collected for arrow landing. Once I get these in, it'll actually be pretty rapid to install. I can copy a folder and 90% of the work's done. That'll be very rapid. Whoa. I should be able to open WN. I've got VLC. That opens it, doesn't it? Yeah, I downloaded it. I'll make sure to be able to get it one way or the other. So VLC can open just about anything. Should be good to go. But I'm going to get these advancements installed, and maybe we'll have a testing session in the next few days where we can test most of the advancements. We can test the sound effects for these. Make sure everything's working. But I appreciate everybody being here and being able to chat, especially God of Sound. You've been, it's been nice having you to help me with brainstorming for a lot of this stuff and even giving me some commands to work with. Nice. And maybe we can even get that coin pusher to work. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.